It is keeping the same. Yes, it's going up in real money, but it's better to think of it this way: everything will go down in value against Bitcoin in the long run. Because of AI and robots, prices will go down, which will cause the government to spend more and interest rates to go down. Leave now before it's too late. Now is the time to put your money into commodities like gold, Bitcoin, and coin and crypto. Hey crypto folks, nice to see you again. Moji here with another movie about cryptocurrencies today. If you're new to the channel, please think about becoming a subscriber. Every day we add new movies about cryptocurrencies. And that was Jeff Booth in the clip you saw in the preview for today. The Price of Tomorrow was written by Jeff Booth. Why decline is the key to a future with plenty. That's exactly what he talks about in the video today. He's talking about how Bitcoin, decline, AI, and robots are all connected. Guys, this is a really good one today. You should watch it all the way through. Today, Jeff did an interview that I really enjoyed and learned a lot from, so I thought I'd share it with you all. Let's watch the video and let me know what you think in the comments part below. What are the rules for money in real life? How would that look? One of those rules says that prices should drop to the minimum cost of making the good. Some people say, well, not if you regulate an industry, start with prices period exclamation mark. Prices fall to the marginal cost of production, right? As I said, no one has ever argued with that. For a long time. Get up. You can check on an industry to stop it, right? That technology will keep going and it will leave the area you've regulated and go to an area you haven't regulated. Then that attacks the business that is already there or the one that is regulated. But horizon prices fall to the marginal cost of production after a long time. How does that look in real life? Now let's look at the calculator app. You paid for the first iPhone calculator app, right? It was either paid for with ads, but they were still making money from it. No, an entrepreneur would have made the tool otherwise. Okay. While they were making a business, the next entrepreneur said, I can make a better calculator app. They also lowered the price to get more customers. Next business owner, make things better and better until there's no more money in calculator apps. Okay, if you go to the App Store now, there are 50 calculator apps all vying for your attention. They're all free. And in it silly. If someone told you two things, say someone told you, hey, I have a calculator app that costs $30 a month, you would love them down the street. It wouldn't make sense. But if an investor in the ecosystem called me and said, I have this great idea for a calculator app, I wouldn't pick up the phone. We can see it taking place. It's going on everywhere we look. This is because things happen when there is money in the economic motivation and a market where the rules can be changed to make things better for people. No matter what, the market will move there and attack those gaps until they're free. In a time frame that is long enough, I don't see any exceptions to that rule. People today want to be important and look good in society so much that they'll do almost anything to stand out, right? For a long enough time though, that's how the system works now. Will wealthy people pay more for some things or more for value? No matter what the economic assessment is, what they're really thinking is, this is valuable to me, so play this for a long time, even if it's on a car or food. So what are the things that go into that, and can that value keep going up once all the inputs are robots and AI working together to cut costs by a huge amount? Because if it kept going up in a way that didn't make sense, which is what it's doing now, because you're adding more money to it, then money and plenty would mean lack everywhere else. Today, that's the way things are. In that case, it will keep going up. But what's really happening is that Bitcoin's price isn't going up because it's not part of that system. It is keeping the same. Even though it's going up in real money, a better way to look at it is to think about how everything will always be cheaper than Bitcoin. All prices are going down. Yes, and some people can give more away for free. What would happen to the people who charge more for their server? Everybody is making a choice that you couldn't see before. Once more, we're using this system to judge the world and bringing our old habits with us into the new one, which doesn't work at all. So that's why I said prices drop to the cost of making something new, right? You can be sure that will happen if you look ahead a long enough time. Plus, if you combine those two things, prices will drop at the marginal cost of production. The marginal cost of production is falling everywhere because of AI robots, and it will keep falling faster and faster. And what's happening is that the debt is a response to what came first, and the manipulation of money is a response to that. The productivity gain that should be flowing to society in the form of lower prices is being stolen and concentrated at the top through manipulation of money because deflation has to be stopped. Because all the banks would fail if deflation was allowed to happen. Everything would fail. Tomorrow, your way of life would not work. People get the two types of deflation mixed up because they don't understand what the difference is. That bill went down. The world's debt is already too high to pay off. In our world, which is really just a make-believe world, that debt already can't be paid off, but we act like it can. It sounds like you live in a system that isn't solvent, but you should try to stay solvent. That means you're not following the rules that the system does. At the top of that system, if you're too big to fail, the government makes sure you're okay every time. In the end, everyone tries to be too big to fail. It makes things happen, which is a strong reason for theft to become a normal part of the business. Just think about what society would be like if theft was a basic part of every trade. Yes, that's how it looks. That's not a good place to win. And the word theft is mean, right? So people don't, oh no, it's not theft. Please explain what it is. In fact, you don't vote for something that isn't theft. You don't want prices to go up, do you? You have no say in how many new money units are made, which makes you think that this might be a simple way to do it. There are 8 billion people in the world, so you don't have to think. Let's say there are 8. 8 billion pieces of money, right? Also, 8 billion is not too hard for you to understand. When you get to trillions, your brain stops working, right? That's a lot of money, right? That's just something your mind can't understand. But 8 billion people, 8 billion pieces of money. There are those kinds of money in the world, and you have two of them. Someone else has half of one, and I have one. If by some magic there are 16 billion money units the next day, did the world get richer? Not at all. Yes, same thing, just a different way to measure it. Money and plenty make everything else scarce. It turns out that, but you think it did because you're 4, I mean you're only 2. You got your pocket packed if it didn't go to 4. What you just saw is that Jeff thinks decline is coming because of AI and robots. I also want to show you a video clip of the CEO of OpenAI talking about where he thinks AI will go in the next 10 years. This really makes the case for big deflation in the future, which will cause the prices of things like Bitcoin to go up in the long run. But let's watch this video clip. I don't think you'll be able to tell the difference between a model and a real person by 2032. I mean, you could, because it will help you with things so much better than a person could. But that by 20. Wow, that's a long time for how fast this field is going. I believe it will be amazing, and I believe it will be. Yes, you'll feel like you're not only talking to your best friend, but also to thousands of smart friends who are experts in any field you want and are working super fast to get things done. Thanks for watching the whole movie. Please click the like button if you found something useful. And if you want to see any of our bonus material, it will be in the description below on our Patreon. My name is Aaron, and I'm from the